You know what's annoying? As some of you all know, I literally just got my computer back from getting fixed because of battery issues like a month ago. And now, once again, this time it's not the battery, but now the screen is all screwed up. I just need a new computer at this point, but I don't have get a new computer money. Anyway, welcome to my safe haven, everybody. But really quick, if this is your first time checking out my channel, ooh, what a bad time to be checking it out. But let me introduce myself. My name is Michael. I call myself the Black Gay Comic Geek. I always say the things that I love to talk about has blood, sex, gore, magic, or any variation of the force. I like to talk superheroes, video games, comic books, action movies, horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and of course, black representation and queer representation. So if that's something that you're interested in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to watch, like, share, comment, interact on this video for the all gay rhythm. Guys, as you guys know, I was supposed to go live yesterday to do a spoiler review for the Fast and Furious movie Fast X. But yeah, as I just showed you, my computer is trashed, so can't do that. But I still wanted to put out a video and give my quick thoughts regarding the movie. And the synopsis for this movie is Dominic Toretto and his family are targeted by the vengeful son of Hernan Reyes, who was from Fast 5. And my experience with the Fast and Furious franchise, like I wasn't there from the beginning, but I did eventually go back like probably around Fast 7. And I went and saw all the movies, went back and watched all the movies. And now like I've seen every single Fast and Furious movie at this point now. And these movies are ridiculous. There's no way to get around it. However, with that said, I've always had a lot of fun with these movies, really starting with Fast 5. Fast 5 is really when I started to become invested in these movies. And I couldn't figure out what the reason was, but after talking about it and thinking about it more with Fantastic Frankie, who was also supposed to be on the show yesterday, but like we discussed, Fast 5 is when the magic entered this universe. And I always say things I love to talk about has blood, sex, gore, and magic, because like in Fast 5, the moment they took that safe out of the bank, like it became a prequel to like Transformers. Because some of the things that they're doing in these movies, like they literally went to space in a car in the last movie. And so with that said, if you know what you're getting into in these movies, they're fun, they're enjoyable. And then to be perfectly honest, like these movies have better continuity than a lot of the Marvel movies. So like, I would say go back and watch Fast 5 before seeing this movie because it's heavily tied to Fast 5. And while they didn't go to space in this movie, there was still a whole lot of over the top, there's no way in hell this could possibly happen action in this movie. And like I said, it was fun. And Jason Momoa as the villain, like he made the movie for me. You could definitely tell he was having a lot of fun in this movie. Like the level of camp and fun that he was playing in this movie, but then also at the same time, you still saw the level of menace and fear that Dominic and his family should have. Like his character did mean business and was putting them through the ringer. Like he was one of the most fun parts of the movie. And then also with regards to like, these movies know exactly what they are, know not to be taken. Like there's lines of dialogue where it's like, they know these movies aren't meant to be taken seriously, but they're still fun. And we actually had a game where we was like, we should take a shot later on at a bar or whatever for every time they say family in these movies. And we got to like 28 and that's we kind of stopped counting after that. But as of right now, we need to take about 28 shots at a bar because these movies are ridiculous. Like there was a certain moment where they said like family like 5 times in one line. And so like gone are the days where this movie is just about drag racing and street. Like this movie and franchise has evolved into a sci-fi fantasy. Like in Hobbs and Shaw, which also is a canon to this world, they fought a man who had cybernetic implants that basically became like, well, he said in this trailer, I'm Black Superman. Like he had super strength. That type of technology or I did say spoilers for like part of this movie, but it's not going to affect the plot. Michelle Rodriguez was healed with like a cybernetic high-tech supercomputer or whatever. So it's like, at this point, these movies do not take place in the real world. So like I said, if you go into these movies with that in mind, like these movies do not take place in the real world. This is a prequel to Transformers. Like at a certain point, like Dominic Toretto's car, it's a sentient being at this point, and they have merged and become one. You know, like how they say the Flash has access to the Speed Force. Dominic Toretto has access to the Car Force, and he's able to spread that entire force of energy to anybody that he deems a member of the family. Once you're part of the family, you have access to the Car Force and become invincible at this point. Once you have that in mind and have that in your head, then you go into these movies loving because I had fun with this movie. And then I saw it again in 4DX, you know, where the seats move and everything like that. And that made it even more fun. And honestly, I kind of want to see this movie again. And I want to go back and rewatch the entire franchise. So with that said, it might not be the best movie of 2023 for me, but it's definitely still my favorite theater experience of 2023 so far, Fast X. Also, there is a post-credit scene, but with that said, what do you guys think about Fast X? What do you think about the Fast and Furious franchise overall? Again, be sure to watch, like, share, comment, interact on this video for the all-gay rhythm.